All right, so we here with Cups of Convo with 12 Vision. So, this is the first episode, of course, and y'all know I do a little different stuff on my YouTube, but this gonna be something new that I'm adding to it. I got this inspiration just from doing my client interviews. I was like, you know what? I think I should start a podcast. I've been talking to a few people about it. Like, yeah, man, that'd be dope. So here we are.
Yes, sir.
First episode. I just want to put this out there. The name Cups of Convo actually came from when I was part of a production team maybe about 6, 7, 8 years ago. And we had an actual similar podcast called Cups of Convo, except it was about sipping coffee, drinking coffee at a coffee shop. So I kind of revamped it and made it to where we sit down and have a couple of grown folk drink.
Yes, sir.
So with me on this first episode, I got my boy Dre. You know what I'm saying? I let him introduce himself real quick.
Just go like in detail, just some small.
Yeah, however you want to do it, yeah.
What's good with y'all? You know, it's your boy Dre. I guess a little bit about myself. Born and raised Jackson, Mississippi. But I did move around a lot growing up as a kid because my dad was in the Army, but born and raised in Jackson, Mississippi. I've been taking pictures for about 4 years now, but only seriously 2 years. And, you know, I just been enjoying the process. So, you know, that's just a little bit about me.
All right. So we got you here now.
Yes, sir.
Having a conversation. Just going to be a regular conversation. Nothing too heavy. But we're going to sip on a little, got a little Noble Oaks. You know what I'm saying? Double oak bourbon.
My first time trying it, but it's good so far though.
It's my go-to. You know what I'm saying? If I don't know what I want, then hey, that's the one right there. It's real smooth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a little bit.
You know,
a little bit.
Got a little kick to it, but it go down smoothly. You know what I'm saying?
It does. It does.
So first thing first, you know what I'm saying? You're a photographer.
Yes, sir.
Me as well, photographer. That's kind of why I wanted to start out with the photographer. So, what got you into like just doing photography?
What got me into photography? It's kind of weird because when I first started, I did not want to do photography. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was in high school. I wanted the camera for YouTube at one point. You know what I'm saying? Because I was doing YouTube and whatnot. So I ain't had the money. So ended up going to college. Right. At my school, I went to Jackson State. We get refund checks, you know, every year, just depending on what you got as loans or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So I got my first refund check. I split it up. I saved half of it and the rest of it, you know, I said, I'm gonna get me a camera.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I had got my camera, for the first time, I think it was like a Nikon D5600. I think, Nikon D5600 or whatnot. You know, I was walking around a camera with this big camera on my hand, you know, doing YouTube videos, vlogs or whatnot, having a good little time or whatnot. Right. And then, you know, as I'm walking around the HBCU, of course, you know, people gonna ask, do you take pictures? You know what I'm saying? Or do videos. So I started out doing video. That's why my name on Instagram at first was Drefilmm. I was, you know, shooting the hot spots, doing campaign videos or whatnot. So that's how that name came about, Drefilmm. But then when pictures came about, you know, I was like, you know, I got a camera. I want to, you know, I guess jump into a different field, see what that's like. You know what I'm saying? So I started taking pictures. You know, it was cool. You know, I guess when you first start out or whatnot, your picture's not going to hit as hard because, like you said, you brand new. You don't know what you're doing for real. You just playing with what you got. But, you know, I started doing it, and I guess I gained like a little bit of traction, you know, doing that just because I am on the HBCU, so people going to, you know, gravitate towards people with a business. So when I wanted to start actually taking this serious was, I guess I want to say when I met this dude named Aaron. On Instagram, his name is Textually Active or whatnot. I met this dude named Aaron. We ended up booking at his studio. You know what I'm saying? We booked at his studio. And we went there. It was just me, my homeboy Ty, and my other homeboy Jacoby. We was in there just playing around with the lights. I ain't never touched the light in my day. Right. You know, I never touched the light. So we was in there playing with the lights, taking pictures. We over here thinking the pictures look hard, right? And, you know, me knowing Aaron now, he's very honest. Brutally honest. We showed, first time meeting him ever too. Showed the man the pictures. He said, terrible. Pictures terrible. And I was like, dang, that's tough. So what he did was he ended up taking my camera. End up doing like some settings on my camera and whatnot. Took a picture. Picture came out fire. Fire. I'm like, hold on now. We got some magic working now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So fast forward, I ended up getting his Instagram that day. A week later, I hit him up. I said, I want to learn. You know, I want to learn this. He took us in, and you know, that's kind of where I'm at today. I kind of like developed into my own person.
Right. Okay. Well, I am familiar with Aaron, and I guess we kind of had the same interaction when I first started. 'Cause of course, I've been doing photography for about over 10 years now.
Right.
But about 4 years ago, maybe 5, I took like a 2-year break. I stopped doing photography, and I picked it back up about 5 years ago. Maybe 4. I don't know. I just lost track of time. It was before 2020. I think it was like 2018, 2019. One of them. And I picked it back up, and I was just doing natural light photography.
Right.
And one day I was out at the reservoir shooting. You know, just shooting. I did. I don't know if I still got the picture on my Instagram or not, but I might post it if I do.
Might be in the archives.
Yeah, it might somewhere. But I was out there shooting with this girl. Her name was I forgot. I forgot her name. But it was a look that I wanted to do. It was like sunset. Sun was behind her. I was shooting direct at the sun. And to me, I knew exactly what I was doing.
Right.
And people was out there. It was at the reservoir, of course. People was out there, everybody was watching,
around.
you know what I'm saying? So later on, I posted the picture, and I got a comment, hey man, I was out there watching y'all do that. So I'm like, who it is? And it was Aaron. He was like, man, hey, this picture came out hard. He was like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I think he had DM'd me, I think. I forgot how we started getting in contact, but I think he DM'd me, and he was like, hey man, I ain't gonna lie. When I see you taking the picture, I was like, yeah, that picture gonna be trash. But when I see it now, I'm like, damn,
You're like, hold on.
It came to life, you know what I'm saying? So we linked up. He was like, yeah, man, let's link up. So we linked up, did a shoot together. I forgot what the first shoot we did together. But I ain't know nothing about high speed sync.
I'm right
before
there
I
with
met
you.
him.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah. So he put me on. Like I was just like, I'm doing natural light. He was like, all right, let's do it. You do natural light. I'm gonna bring my strobe. So we did the natural light. I did my natural light thing. He had the strobe. He had the same model though. So he was like, man, just give it a try.
Right.
Try it. I see how it look. So I put his trigger on my camera. Man, it changed my life.
You like, hold on, this too tough.
Yeah. So shout out to Aaron, man. Aaron changed my life.
On me.
So now I'm strobing it out.
Hey, I'm right there with you. I don't know. It's like, you know how you got your natural light photographers and you got your strobe photographers. Like you said, we both started out as a natural light photographer. We did not know nothing about lighting. I'm telling you, when you get that lighting, I guess for certain people, that lighting, it be hidden.
Right.
It makes your subject pop. And that's that type of look I love. You know what I'm saying? So I do be trying to get like natural light looks out sometimes, but it's just, it don't hit like that natural light to me. You know what I'm saying? Where that strobe light to me, you know?
Yeah, that strobe hit. Like I recently did a shoot. I just hired a guy to be my like backup photographer. And I was showing him, you know, just the different natural versus strobe. And I started shooting out strobe. It was like around golden hour. I started shooting out natural light. And I was like, yeah, hey, these look good, man. Look at this. These look good. He was like, yeah, they do look good. I said, all right, now I'm gonna show you the difference between the strobe.
Right.
And I put that strobe on there. I was like, damn. It's a big difference, man.
It is.
Like I forgot how big of a difference it was. You know, without doing it like
this way and then
right
that way.
there, like in the same shoot. I was like, damn. He was like, yeah, I see the difference. I was like, yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. This strobe hit. It hit every time. So
every time.
Yeah, sometimes I will do a natural light shoot, but it's very, very, very rare.
Yeah. It's like the natural light shoots, you gotta, when you go to edit, the way you edit, you know what I'm saying? You gotta work a little harder.
Right, you do.
To get the look that you want. But you can get some magic with some natural light for sure.
Yeah, you can. With that strobe, you can get it exactly how you want it in camera. And that be my goal every time. I want my picture to be damn near perfect in the camera. So when I throw it in the edit, I do my little slight adjustment, and then boom, I'm done. You know.
Yeah, and then I ain't gonna lie, it do be them times where, say for instance, you had a concept in your mind, right? You got this big concept in your mind. You get everything that you need. You go set up, right? You go out there, take the picture. You know what I'm saying? And it don't come to life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I just be like, bro, like, what am I missing?
Right.
Like, I got everything that I imagined in my mind, but it's not coming to life. And then it's like, it could either be like with clientele, or you might got a model of some sort, you know what I'm saying, trying to help you out with this shoot. But when it don't come to life and you don't want to post the picture, it becomes that fact of, okay, we done did this picture, or we done did this shoot, and where the pictures?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It was like, you know, I feel like for me, I'm not gonna put nothing out that I don't feel confident in, and I don't want to give out content, you know, that I'm not even confident in. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's just, I don't want that out there. That's not me.
Right. That's a term actually Aaron gave me. He called it content control. So when you posting, don't just post anything. You know, have that control of what your content is, because, like, say for instance, you do a fire shoot. That mother came out perfect, perfect shoot, and then you got another one that's like, and you post it right behind there. It's gonna make your page look kind of weird. Like, you know, like, this one here fire, but
it's like you're not holding up to that level
the
that
next
you just
one
had it on.
Yeah, like it's like then to the people outside looking in, you a hit and miss.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't want to give that you don't want to portray that, because I don't care how good you are with your camera. Every shoot not gonna be a perfect shoot. It ain't, because sometimes it might be you. Maybe you off that day, or a lot of times it could be the subject.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, honestly, I mean, I guess it's not all the time, but it really just depends on the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because when you first initially, either with a clientele or a model, how they start off, it might be how they finish.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They might have a nasty attitude. It's bringing your attitude up a little bit. It's like you don't even want to work with it no more. You know what I'm saying? You're just trying to get this shoot over with, and that can really throw off the whole project.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when you do get them, you know, specific people that bring the good energy, good vibes and whatnot, y'all can make some magic.
I 100% agree with that. I had a client. She came in with a nasty attitude, and I was already tired and a long day, so my attitude wasn't perfect. And at the end of the shoot, she was like, you know what I'm saying? She slick said I had an attitude with her, but I was like, you know, I apologize.
Right.
But, you know, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, you came in with an attitude. So.
It's like, I'm giving you the energy that was brought into the arena, wherever we at, outside, inside, wherever. It just, whatever I feel, that's what's coming out. You know what I'm saying? So it really just be like that sometimes, you know, but that's life.
Yeah.
That's life.
Right. So to segue to another question now. So, like, when you first started doing photography, like, is it a picture or a shoot that you did that was like, this the one? You sent me some pictures.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna put it up on my phone, and I want you to kind of explain, you know what I'm saying?
Cause it's a lot of pictures that I feel like I was like, okay, that's the one, but I feel like I keep topping it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the picture that I recently just sent you, or whatnot, was a recent picture I had took. I think it was in Brandon at these docks in these suburbs somewhere, right?
This one here. Okay.
So I hit up with the concept of whatnot with some docs. You know, the type of dress that I want to go for, like the type of feel and look I want to go for, whatnot. You know, I was kind of skeptical at first because she was not a model at all. You know what I'm saying? I like to have fresh faces, you know, because I feel like a lot of photographers, they use like some of the same people or whatnot. So I try to bring out fresh faces, because that's an easy way to, you know, either get more clientele on top of like getting a fresh face, but, you know, also bringing like something that's new instead of just bringing old. You know what I'm saying? So I hit her up for the shoot, doc little shoot, dress, nice little, you know, or about the whole shoot, right? I took the picture came out fire. Of course, in my mind, I'm thinking about it, I thought about this, it came out perfect, right? I went to the editing, you know, because over time, when you start developing your craft, you know what I'm saying, you already know what you're going for. And then, of course, my homeboy, he ended up teaching me some new stuff with the gradient, because I was kind of scared to use the gradient because I did not know much about it or whatnot, but he taught me a little stuff with the gradient and whatnot to kind of color my photos a little bit better or whatnot. But when I ended up, you know, going in, doing what I need to do, colors, corrections, everything, pictures came out amazing. I was like, hold on, now this is a different level of art that I love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It brings something that's different, a fresh feeling, and that's what it was to me.
Okay. So this was the recent one, right?
Yeah, recent one.
So what about this other one?
So that one, right? Yeah. So that one, right? Don't get me wrong. That's not a bad picture, because when I first started out, I did not know what I was doing. That's a good picture for starting out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that picture right there, that was actually at Aaron's tattoo shop. And and he was putting me and my homeboy through training. He had these white block, whatever. It's just like these boxes,
Right.
wood boxes. They was all white. We stacked them up. Or whatnot. We, asked somebody to come out shoot with us. And that was my first time really playing with lights for real, like actually learning how to operate lights and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Aaron was the type of person, he would teach you stuff, but he wanted you to learn it on your own.
Right.
He not gonna, baby you. He wants you to actually learn this stuff. So that specific shoot right there, we got our, set up or whatnot, settings on camera, light set up, and that's what I came out to. Don't get me wrong. Thinking about it now, at the level I'm at right now, I'm like, okay, it's not hitting like that.
Right. But at the time,
it was hitting like that.
Right.
But that watermark is kind of crazy though.
Yeah, it's out there.
That watermark kind of crazy though,
but in your mind at the time, you like,
at the time, this the one.
Yeah,
This the one. But I feel like, when I'm looking at that watermark, cause the reason why I even did the watermark, because I seen a lot of photographers do watermark, even you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I seen photographers do watermarks to show like this is my work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like when I forgot when did I stop doing watermark. Me personally, I feel like watermarks kind of take away from the photo.
It does.
Because if you think about it, where I don't know if like, regular folks or clients or models or whatnot think about this, but when photographers think about other photographers' work, like when I look at your work, I'm like, okay, I already know who that is because I know your aesthetic.
Right.
Or vintage, I know his aesthetic. Any photographer, I can look at their photo and be like, okay, I know immediately who that is. You know what I'm saying? So I try not to put my watermark in it because I be like, okay, people gonna know who this is by the way they shoot and how they edit their photos. So I try to keep away from that.
That's exactly the reason why I stopped putting on mine. I had a few people get mad because I stopped doing it too. That's kind of weird. But I stopped doing it because I was like, people know my style.
Right.
People know that that's my shot. I took that shot. So I don't have to stamp it.
Right.
A lot of times the reason I was stamping it is because clients wouldn't tag me. You know what I'm saying? That was like the main reason why I started kind of putting it out there, because the clients, they'll post it and just would not tag. So so that way it's like I still get recognition,
Because of your watermark.
Right.
Something that people can look at and be like, okay, we know who that is.
But now it's like people already know my style. Like I got a specific look that I do, and people just know it's me. Like people that actually follow me, and like they'll send me some stuff like somebody that didn't tag me. They're like, hey, you took this picture? I'm like, yeah, I did. Oh, okay. Like, I figured that was you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, they didn't tag me, but yeah, it's all good.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. That's really a pet peeve of mine. Like I feel like tag the photographer.
Yeah.
Tag the photographer. You know what I'm saying? Because we out here trying to grow our business. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when we have, people booking with us or even models not booking with us, but helping us out, I feel like when you tag a photographer, it just shows appreciation to them just for even, bringing your, creativity to life.
Right.
You feel me? So I just feel like tagging a photographer is very important to me specifically because I feel like it helps us grow our business, for the long run.
Yeah, you're right. It does. They don't look at it like that. Because like I actually had a client to tell me the reason why she didn't tag me.
That's crazy.
Is because she didn't want nobody else using me.
Huh?
Yeah, she's like, I don't want to share my photographer. I'm like, what?
That's crazy.
How that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that is crazy.
It don't make sense. I was just like, okay, all right, but still though, it's like,
I mean, yeah, people really do got their own thought process.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just be like, you know what? I ain't gonna need to fight you. That's how you feel. That's just how you feel.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, all right, all right then. I appreciate it, But the whole time I was like, that's stupid because you don't come to me every day.
Right.
Like you one client don't pay my bills.
Yeah.
You help, of course, yeah. But you can't be selfish and not want somebody else to shoot with me. Like somebody shot with me before you shot with me. And somebody coming around after you leave. So it's kind of like, I don't know, that her analogy kind of blew me.
All I'm gonna say, man, help us out. Tag the photographer. If you don't tag me, best believe I'm gonna like and comment on your picture. I'm gonna put a camera with a fire emoji.
Oh man, hey, I had somebody. Matter of fact, the one I was just telling you about, the one that. Then I ain't add. She was 2 hours late.
2 hours late?
She was 2 hours late.
You might well pack it up and go home.
I did. I left. I packed it up and left, and she called me. Like, hey, is it too late for me to come? She gave me like a little excuse why she was late. So I'm like, all right, yeah, you can go ahead and come. I go ahead and let you come. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to go home. It was Sunday.
Right.
I've been working all day. I'm tired. But I sent her the pictures. She posted them and didn't tag me. And I saw them. So this is what I did. I got like a whole team of models that I work with in a group chat. I copied her post, put it in there. I said, hey, I need all y'all to go comment on that picture and tag me. And everybody went to comment. They blew it up.
Dang.
Yeah. And then she was forced to tag me after that.
That is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I do I do feel like it's kind of disrespectful because like say they on your time. You know what I'm saying? They booked a certain time. You was at that time, and they want to be 2 hours late or whatnot. But you still, you know what I'm saying, did that shoot for them. You know what I'm saying? You can at least tag the photographer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That don't take nothing but a second.
Right.
Literally. You know what I'm saying?
They tag everybody. They tag the makeup artist. They tag
person that did the hair.
They probably did the hair. Person they got the hair from.
The dress.
The outfit. You know what I'm saying? They tag everybody except the photographer. I don't understand. Like, you wouldn't have the picture without the photographer.
Right.
Like, you wouldn't be able to give them other people credit without the photographer because they took the picture.
Exactly.
Like, I don't get it. That's ain't like that. That's a pet peeve of mine.
That's
too.
tough.
I ain't gonna lie. That's pet peeve.
That's really tough.
But I've been doing it so long now. I don't even let it get to me no more. It used to get to me. Like, it used to.
Yeah. At this point, it just be like, you know, it is what it is.
Right. Exactly. It's just,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They paid for it. That's it.
Yeah.
You
they paid for it. I
appreciate you for helping me out.
Right.
It is what it is.
So now that we're on this topic now, because I did want to ask this. So name one of your best experiences with a model or a client.
That's a good question.
And one of your worst experiences
with
a model or a client. You don't gotta name them, but just the experience though.
That's a great question. That is a great question. What is my best experience? I think I had a couple great experiences. I'll probably say, if I would have to just pick one specifically, I'll probably say, I think a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I had got hit up. I forgot Buddy's name, but he was part of a production crew or whatnot. He had hit me up, I guess for this, like at the moment, I did not know what was going on. Right, he just hit me up. He said, "We just need an extra cameraman just to help us out, shoot behind the scenes of what's going on." I had the day of the shoot. I pulled up to, the auditorium and whatnot. What was going on? It was actually, I don't know if you ever heard of the Dancing Dolls or whatnot. They was having I think they 50th. I can't remember 50th year or whatnot, but it was an anniversary for them. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, hold on, this is some big time stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dang, this is crazy. I remember I grew up, watching it with my sister and my mom, my dad and all that, right? So I was like, this is kind of crazy. But like, for me to just have that experience, I was just like, okay, this is something that's major. You know what I'm saying? It opened my eyes to be like, okay, if I can get this, what else can I get? You know what I'm saying? But the overall experience was the team. They made sure I was good. They made sure I was fed. They made sure I needed anything that I needed, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was cool. You know what I'm saying? Just the whole aura of everything about that whole day, I had a great time. You know what I'm saying? So that'll probably be one of my best experience. A worst experience, how you was talking in the last segment, a girl, she was late. Like, think about it, it was a late night shoot. It was we had the shoot, I think it was 9 o'clock. It was supposed to be 9 o'clock, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this 9 o'clock shoot, end at like 10, I'm gonna go home, get the rest and all that other stuff. She texts me, I think she texted me at like 8:30. She said, I'm on the way. And my mind, okay, she gonna be here at 9, right?
Right.
I'm sitting there, it's 9 o'clock. I'm like, okay, she should be pulling up any minute.
Right.
Time passed 9:30 in my mind. I'm like, okay, what is going on? I text her like, you on the way? She said, yeah, I'm down the street. I'm standing at the door now. I'm looking down the street. Ain't nobody coming down the street. I was like, okay, boom. I'm gonna wait a little longer, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna charge that card because you made me wait this long. You know what I'm saying? For that 10 o'clock. Cause that's my time that's being wasted.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Looking down the street, no, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, 10 o'clock here, right? I'm like, I'm finna go home.
Right.
Pack up all my stuff. You know, I get in my car, put everything in there. I drive off. Guess who's coming down the street?
At the same time you leave.
As I'm leaving, her. She called me. She was like, is this you leaving? I'm like, yes, ma'am. I'm going home.
Right.
She was like, no. Can you please come back? Can you please come? I'm like, I can't do it.
Right.
I can't do it. She hit me with the, you know what? I'll pay $150 extra for you to come back and take these pictures. I said, you know what? I'm coming right back. Right. I'm telling you, when that money talk, I'm coming right back. But like I said, the whole aura when I came back, and she can tell that I was like a little, irritated. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you really just wasted my time like that. That's one of my other my pet peeves or whatnot is don't waste my time because I'm not gonna waste your time.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got the shoot down. She liked the pictures or whatnot, and she did tag me. Or whatnot. So, you know, I guess it turned out good in the end, but that whole situation was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? You really just wasted my time.
Yeah. Getting time wasted is horrible, I ain't gonna lie. Especially for a photographer or for a creator, period. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have that much time to waste.
At all.
Yeah, because you can be doing other stuff. Like, my last YouTube video I just did, I spoke on that, you know, or the one before that, I can't remember. But I spoke on basically people wasting your time.
Yeah.
And it's horrible because you could be doing other stuff. Like, they wouldn't want to buy wasting their time. Mm-hmm. Like, the client I'm talking about, like, that was my worst experience, period. Right. I don't care. That was my worst experience. And the reason why is because she didn't even communicate with me about her being late.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she didn't tell me she was going to be late.
That's crazy.
Only reason I waited 2 hours because I was doing something else anyway. Mm-hmm. I think I was editing or something. And I was like, you know what? She ain't made it by now. I'm finna go.
Right.
I ordered me some food. I went all the way to Ridgeland to pick it up. I got my food. As I was picking it up, she called me.
Where you at?
She was like, hey, I know I'm late. Can I still come? I'll pay extra. But by then, I had already charged her card for a no-show, no call, no show.
Right.
Like, I charged her card already.
Right.
So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, you come on. You know, like, that's your extra right there. Like, you not already been charged. So now when you come, you gonna still pay the same thing, the balance. You know what I'm saying? So she came. Oh, this one made it worse. She said, yeah, I'm about to leave Ridgeland now. So I'm like, all right, bet. I'm leaving Ridgeland too, so we're gonna get it around the same time. I got here, still waited 30 minutes on her.
That's tough.
Still waited 30 minutes. Yep.
That's tough.
Yeah, so that was my worst experience. Worst.
That's tough.
Out of every shoot I ever did for the past 10 years I've been doing it, I think that was probably the worst. And then it ended with her saying that I had an attitude. And the whole time, in my mind, I ain't have an attitude. I wasn't as energetic.
Yeah.
You know, I was just like, yeah, let's go and get over with. I helped her with her outfit, helped her with her pose. I helped her throughout the whole shoot.
That's tough.
She still would end talking about her attitude.
That's tough.
Yeah, but she came back though.
She came back?
I took her a picture for Christmas.
Was she late?
Nah, she wasn't late.
Okay.
She came with her family, so she wasn't late.
Okay.
And she was, now we joke about it. You know what I'm saying? Every time I see it, we joke about it. But that was still my worst experience though. Yeah, that was the worst one.
I could be laid up in bed just chilling.
Right.
Editing pictures, watching movies.
Yeah.
Getting ready for work in the morning.
Right. If she could be like, hey, I'm gonna be late. How late? I'm gonna be 2 hours late, or we can do it tomorrow then. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could have been that. Could have been that easy.
Simple.
Yeah.
Communication is key.
Communication is
key.
And that's something that we got a problem with. Yeah. We got a problem with communication. It's like it's hard. It's like it's cringing to communicate.
I'm not gonna lie. I might want to put communication in my bio now. Emphasize. Communication is key.
Yeah. Because it is, like, people don't understand how important it is. Like, I did videos. I don't know if you saw my YouTube or not, but I did videos just sitting there talking, just like this.
I think I've probably seen like one or two.
And
definitely one for sure.
Yeah, and that's the main thing. Like every time I talk about like models or just my experience, like I got one video that's it's just like based off my experience with models, and there was communication. Like that's the main key. Like if you're gonna be late, that's
Let me
cool.
know.
Just communicate. Yeah,
Right. Let me
like
know something.
I won't have an issue with you being late if you communicate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it's like they, I don't know, in their minds they like, well, he'll be all right. You know, you know, I don't know what go through their mind when they don't communicate. Or maybe they be like, I'm just trying to get there, so I ain't got time to communicate. No, I'll just take the time out and say, look, I'm running late.
Yeah, and then we
You
can
know.
rock it out just like that.
Right. Like I had a client, she came for headshots
Mm-hmm.
and she communicated. And she was like, I don't mind paying the late fee. You know, it wasn't my fault though, but I still pay the late fee.
Mm-hmm.
She communicated. And I was fine with that.
I'm like, that's all I need.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, if you communicate with me, sometimes I won't even charge you because you just communicating with me.
Exactly.
You help me out.
It was a few times
Oh.
that I didn't charge a late fee because of that.
Right.
You know, they communicated, they hit me up before time.
And I was in a good mood.
Right. But don't hit me up if your appointment is at 2:00 and you text me at 2:00 saying I'm gonna be late.
And I got another appointment that's finna come up.
Right.
Now we got an issue.
Yeah, cause you know you're gonna be late before your appointment time. Like you know when that hair appointment started late or that makeup appointment started late, you knew right then you was gonna be late. So you should have been like, hey, let me let him know.
What's going on?
I'm just getting started with my hair. She was late. She just showed up. Something like that. That's easy to do.
That's all we need. So I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
What advice could you give for new photographers?
What advice for new photographers? Just go out there and shoot. Just shoot. That's really the main thing. Like, don't focus on if yours is better than somebody else's. Don't focus if yours don't look as good as somebody else's. Just shoot. Just get out there and just do the work. Because the more you shoot, the better you're gonna get.
Right.
So the more you shoot, the less you got to worry about, if mine is good enough. Because you getting better every time.
Exactly.
No matter how long you do it, like me, I'm still getting better. You know, I actually got to a point where I just kind of flow right now, but I'm trying to get better. Like certain things, like I know I can improve in. So the more you shoot, the better you're gonna get.
Exactly.
So that's my advice for new photographers.
I probably say for me, like when I think about as a new photographer, because we all was a new photographer at one point, you know, in my specific area. You know what I'm saying? I used to see your work. I used to see Vince's work. A couple other photographers' work, but y'all two was the main photographers I used to see that on my timeline. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what? I want to get to that level. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like when I first started out, you know, like I said, I went through my phase when I actually started to like play with lights and, you know, learn it or whatnot. I was like, okay, boom. Now that I know this, I need to get on next level. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's journey is different. You know what I'm saying? And when I first started out, I guess I kind of found myself, you know what I'm saying, trying to mimic y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when you trying to mimic somebody else, you really get lost and somebody else is shadow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you get lost somebody else's shadow, you can always remain complacent in where you at. You know what I'm saying? But when you do find your own self and find your niche of people, you know what I'm saying? So when you find your own niche of people or whatnot, you know, your level will start to grow.
Right.
Tremendously. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that when I became into my own person, my own art, my own everything started to change for real. You know what I'm saying? So everything is a journey. You just gotta, you know, be willing to wait for it.
Right.
For real.
Exactly right. Because it ain't gonna come overnight. Yeah, it ain't gonna come overnight.
It takes time.
Yep. So another thing to add to that is be patient.
Cause it's just like with a job, you gotta wait years till you get promoted.
Right.
Just like stocks. You gotta wait years till it grow to be big in something. You know what I'm saying? Anything in life, it takes time. You gotta learn it first. You gotta earn it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just enjoy the journey for real.
Yeah, that was good, man. That was actually a good question because I meet a lot of new photographers and they have that question. They also have that question, you know, like what advice could you give? And it's a lot advice you can give. It's not just one thing you can give. Like it's a lot you can give. Like
a lot of stuff.
You had to sit down and just talk to somebody that got experience for them to give you some advice. But
But
all
also,
that stuff is good.
I also take initiative. watch YouTube videos, reach out to folks. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Right.
when you reach out to folks, not everybody gonna, you know, give you what the answer that you need. Cause they might give you a little something, but they might want you to go out there and find it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Find your own look, but be that person that's gonna do the work. You know what I'm saying? Read about it, look it up, watch YouTube videos. It's a lot of videos out there that's gonna teach you something. I'm telling you, it got me in the right place, so it's gonna get you in the right place.
Right.
TikTok nowadays, they got a 30-second clip that's gonna show you how to do this.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So man, just look it up. It's out there. You just gotta look for it.
Yeah. And on top of that too, if you want to learn something quick and you know somebody that can do it, reach out to that person.
On me.
I'm pretty sure they'll show you how to do it. Even if they might charge you, they might do it free. You know, but at least you know how to do it at the end of the day.
Right.
Because I know a few photographers that I didn't. They paid me to show them how to edit. You know what I'm saying? Like retouch. And now they booming. You know what I'm saying? One right down there, he been shooting all day today.
You going crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that little fee that he paid me to show him how to edit, now he made that back quadruple times. You know what I'm saying? Just off of that. You know, so
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like for me, cause like I know how you say like some people they might pay to like learn this or whatnot. I feel like when I was coming up, I was like, I wanna learn this on my own. I wanna say that I did this by myself. I didn't, you know, have nobody help me or whatnot, that I did this all by myself. I mean, of course I had like little help, but as far as coming into my own about what I actually wanna do, I was like, okay, yeah, you really did that yourself.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just something about making you feel good. But I feel like nowadays when I'm taking pictures or whatnot, I mean, I feel good where I'm at right now, right? But do I feel like I could be better? Of course. You know, I'm always want to be better than what I am. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I'm just rolling with it right now. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, you can teach yourself to be better. Like me personally, everything I know I learned on my own. I didn't really get no tutorials from nobody. You know, I didn't pay nobody to show me to do nothing. But it made my process longer.
Right.
You know, like if I would have 10 years ago, if I would have paid somebody to show me what I know now, I would have been where I'm at now.
Right.
Probably about 8 years ago.
You cut in half.
Yeah, it would have cut my time like in half to where now I'm more established longer.
Right.
Versus me just getting established about past 4 years. You know, so but at the same time, I can say, yeah, I did all this. Well, I ain't gonna say all of it, but majority of it I did on my own. You know, I just sat down and just learned how to do it. Like the way I edit, the way I retouch. I watch YouTube videos.
A little bit here and there.
Here and there. And I found like different techniques. And I just combined it into my own.
Yeah, your own little
and
niche.
made my own little thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it works for me, you know what I'm saying? Like my way may not work for the next person, but it works for me. And that's what you should do. Whatever works for you,
Right.
do it. That works for you. Don't try to go do what somebody else is doing because it works for them. Because it may not work for you.
Exactly.
You know, so.
Exactly. Like I said, everybody's journey is different.
Yeah.
It might look similar, but it's very different. It's very different.
Yep.
And it costs money.
Oh yeah. You're gonna have to invest. Yeah. Don't get in for. I know a few photographers that's out here just doing it. I still don't understand why they do that, but they just out here doing it. But if you really want to do it for real, you're gonna have to invest. You're gonna have to dig in that pocket. Like this some advice that I've got when I first started doing it full time. If you got a day job, use your day job to pay for your career. Once you got everything you need, then you can kind of transition to like that full time. But if you don't have everything you need to make it full time, keep your day job until you get it, because you're gonna need money.
Cause like me, I started out with as far as just cameras alone, not even everything else. I started out with a $500 camera, upgraded to a $1,000 camera. 15 just on up and up and up and up and up. You know what I'm saying? So it's levels to everything that you do. You got to start somewhere.
Right.
I'm telling you, just enjoy the journey. I'm preaching it. Enjoy the journey because it's gonna be long.
It's gonna be long.
But just put in that work, and I promise you, it's gonna turn out right for you, for real.
Right. Yeah, my first camera, it was my mama camera. She bought. It was a Canon Power Shot. back in like 2011. Canon PowerShot, and I was actually using that camera just to do videos. Like, I was kind of like you. I started doing videos. I was actually doing music first. I went to school to be a producer, to be a music producer, and I was doing music. I was making beats, filming people, shooting music videos. I was doing everything. I was recording, mixing, mastering, all that stuff. Then I transitioned to the people I was recording that needed music videos. I was like, bro, I can do it. You know, I got a camera, you know what I'm saying? I was using that camera, and then I used that same camera to do my very first photo shoot. And it kind of just took off from there. I was like, I think my very first photo shoot was a photo shoot for the artist. It was a girl, she came, and they was trying to promote the artist. Of course, you know, sex sales.
Right.
So it was a provocative shoot. But it wasn't really showing too much. But it was a provocative shoot. And then I had like a lamp in my mama's house as you know, the light source. I had all the lights off, had that one lamp pointing on her. It was like a real dark picture. And she was like turned her backwards on the chair. And she had like some pair of underwear on, like some boy shorts or something. And I just added the logo of the artist on her boy shorts. And that was like the very first photo shoot I ever did. And it kind of just went from there. And after that, I started doing like babies and stuff like that. And just like people was like, hey, I like your pictures, you know what I'm saying? So I linked up with a dude I went to high school with, and he was actually internship with Sterling Photography. I'm not sure if you ever heard of him.
It sounds familiar.
But he was actually here in Jackson. But he moved to Atlanta. Now he's like a big time celebrity photographer now.
See?
But he was interning with him, and he was like, yeah, man, we should link up, and, you know, I can teach you what I know.
Right.
So I was like, bet, you know. So we linked up, and he was like, hey, man, you need to get you another camera, because that camera you got right there,
Ain't it?
it really can't, it's limited, you know. I was like, all right, bet. So I was in college, and I used my refund check. I had an $800 refund check. I used the whole refund check to buy my very first camera. It was a Canon T4i. I got it from Best Buy. I never forget it. Because he was like, yeah, man, go to Best Buy, buy the camera, and do the gig we got this weekend. We had a wedding.
Right.
And then he's like, Sunday, you can take it back.
Hey.
But I fell in love with the camera. I fell in love with that camera, man.
Hey.
Fell in love with it.
Y'all heard what he said. Just off what he said, he wanted it. Off his refund check, he had an $800 refund check, and he used all of it for a camera. Because he wanted it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to want it for real. For real, for real.
Yeah. Don't do it for the wrong reasons. Like,
you're not going to get nowhere.
Yeah, you ain't getting nowhere. Don't do it. Nowhere. I'm going to be vulgar. But don't do it just to try to get some ass. I might cut this out, but don't do it to try to get around women. Because that's the wrong reason to do it. Like, you won't get nowhere. You won't elevate. Because your mind going to be on one thing. And I know a few photographers that's like that. They do it just to try to get women.
Right.
And they skill set ain't elevated at all.
I ain't gonna lie, I done seen a couple, and I'm just like, bro, this is not it.
Yeah.
This is not it.
Yeah.
The concept, the picture, everything is just not it.
Right. If you gonna do the shoot, if you're gonna be a photographer, do it for the right reason. Do it because you love the art. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. If you don't love the art, don't be a photographer. Don't even waste your money. And don't waste nobody else's time. And because you make other photographers look bad.
Yeah, you got them group chats, you got the Twitter, Instagram, all social media platforms talking about this specific hashtag.
Yeah.
It really makes us look bad.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, but that's all I got.
For sure then.
Yeah, but that was good, man. That was a good conversation. I'm pretty sure the people that's watching gonna love it. And I appreciate you coming through, man.
Oh, for sure. I enjoyed it, man. I appreciate you for having me on here. For real, bro.
For sure.
For real.
So before we leave, how you thinking about the Novo, man?
Oh yeah, this sounds smooth. I ain't gonna lie, it's real smooth now. It's real smooth. Like you don't need no chasing, none of that. It's real smooth.
Right.
Real smooth. It's gonna get you there too. Gonna get you though.
Right.
I feel good.
Well, that's it, y'all. You know, hopefully y'all enjoyed this episode, and stay tuned for the next one.